Good afternoon, class. I just wanted to quickly go through your textbook for the EVR class, the Environmental Science. It is through Macmillan, and you have several choices here. You can do just the ebook if you want. That's kind of good because there is a reader. It's a little TikTok-y in the voice, but if you wanted to work out, listen to your book being read to you, if you want a loose leaf version, if you would rather have it printed, or if you want to go through the Achieve, which is what this temporary access would look like, feel free to do that. They come with different prices, and you might be surprised if you look around. You might have to get it through the bookstore because of financial aid, but there's several choices. But in the meantime, you should be able to immediately, like from day one, access your textbook because it has a free 14 days. So when you click on this right here, it takes you to the sign-on page. Now I've already signed in, so it's remembering me from the last time. Notice how it's grayed out. This is always annoying. You just have to kind of click here and do your thing and it will light up again. So I'm going to move this away for a second. And when you first get to it, yours might be blank. Maybe you haven't ever used Macmillan before. So it might be blank. If that's the case, or if you don't remember, feel free to, type in your email address and, see what happens. And if you don't have a password, hit forget, and it'll tell you whether you have an account or not. If you don't, you're going to want to click here to create an account. So if you're creating an account, the first thing you're going to do, and this may also happen if you're signing in for the first time, but once you click on this and you create the account, you're going to be getting to the page that looks like this. And you'll have the accept all privacy settings. So that link that took you straight to signing on will also take you to this page right here where the choice becomes, are you going to purchase Achieve? You may want to do that. You might want to first see what it looks like, and that's where you're going to click on this grace period. Start the grace period. So click there and you'll get the 14 days. If you already have a code for, and I do believe this is only for the Achieve, not just their ebook. It's kind of crazy. They have different things. So if you have an access code, it may go here. But there are instructions with however you got your ebook. So it looks like you have a couple of options here, the course ID, and again, you can see here's our course ID number that you could use. So then the next thing you'll click on once I personally would do start the grace period because that's what I would like for y'all to do right away. Great, you're enrolled. Click the little I understand you have a 14-day grace period. It's going to end. It tells you what day it's going to end. And then when you actually get into Achieve, you've got these little, how do you do it? How do you do it? And so next, and you get to this screen. So the default is assignments when we're going into the Achieve method, but I'm not using Achieve as a learning platform. I'm just accessing it for loading up PowerPoints here in the beginning. Your PowerPoints are also in Canvas, which is why it's super important to go through our class using modules, right? So we're going to make sure that in our class, when we go back here, we always enter into modules. And modules allow you to see, everything that's happening. And if you haven't, completed the prerequisite before, you're not going to see the assignments that you can get into. All right, so just want to make sure we're aware of that. But what you want to do is come up here and change your view. You want to view it by the content. So we're going to click it to course content. And now you can see I've grouped all the PowerPoints here. Here's a little how-to if you want to play around with Achieve and see if it's worth it to you. These individual sections are more for in-class activities, maybe some adaptive quizzes if you're used to it. You're mostly going to be coming over here to the book. So honestly, if you don't even want to bother changing it from assignments to the viewing by course content, that's fine. But you're going to come over here and use this one, which is your ebook. And once you do that, you are good to go, and everything will look like a normal situation. And let me just show you what that looks like here. So clicking on our textbook, obviously I have to sign in. And once you go through everything, you will have access to our ebook. And there's, the front matter. Chapter 1 is right here. And you can click on it from there. You can scroll this over if you want to. You can close that down if you want to. And again, you can have it read to you, highlighted hyperlinks, all the pictures, and just page after page after page. One of the cool things about your table of contents is that there are these appendices. If you have not done graphing in a while, you might want to take a look at some of the graphing information just to remind yourself about the different types of graphs you can have, what a variable is, and so forth. So that's your resource for your textbook. I hope this little video helps.